Welcome to wrestling and welcome to the Raw replay for the episode on the 22nd of October, and big news straight out of the gate.
Yeah, first thing.
Well, you knew something was going on because Reigns comes out in his civvies. He was in his jeans.
I didn't actually realise.
Did you not?
I didn't actually realise because it just looked black. Like it just
Yeah,
looked
he
like
was in. Yeah.
So he was like in a vest, and I just thought it was just a normal thing.
No, I knew something was up. But I did sort of half see something as well before I watched the episode, but try and avoid spoilers. So, but yeah, I had the feeling something was amiss. So we'll probably talk about this for a little bit. Obviously, it's the main talking point out of the episode. He's had leukemia, which I didn't know.
I didn't know that he had it in the past 11 years ago.
No, I didn't know that. I don't know if that's something that he's deliberately kept quiet or it's just something we don't know. And he says that he put it into remission before, but it's come back, so he's got to go away for a little while. I think he said mainly because he wants to. He didn't say it here, but I think the story is that he wants to be kind of like an ambassador for, defeating it and stuff.
Yeah, he wants to put all of his effort into to getting better, which you obviously can't blame him for, can you?
No, I thought he'd come out and he did this speech and everything, and it was really good and must be hard to do, and he was doing all right with it, and then when they started chanting "Thank you, Roman," you could see that he started getting a bit upset.
Yeah.
I noticed as well actually when he did say, because he got like his mixture that he normally gets, some cheers, some boos.
Yeah, as soon as he came out.
And then when he said about the leukemia thing, like everyone, like the sound out of the arena just dropped.
Didn't it? Like, yeah.
And then I think it was one stupid person.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. It was like, "You still suck," or something like that.
Yeah, you still suck, and then someone shouted "turn heel."
Yeah. But I suppose it's kind of the world that you live in with wrestling. You never know what's at work and what's not.
Yeah.
But normally when they come out and they say their real name, you know that it's it's proper shit. But his Shield brethren joined him out on the ramp.
Yeah, Seth and Dean.
Seth was crying his eyes out, bless him. So, have you seen the WWE.com exclusive video?
No.
So they put a video out of Reigns getting back through Gorilla, and everyone's there to cuddle him and and he was doing all right with it all, and it was really cute though because he's going there and everyone's giving him like the handshakes and the fist bumps and that, and then all of a sudden Braun just like comes in because obviously he's massive, so you can't really see like anything but just this part of him, and he's like he gives Roman a massive hug. And then he's like, you can't really hear what he's saying, but I think he's saying basically like, "If there's anything I can do for you." He's like absolutely smothering him.
In his bra.
It was well cute, and so yeah, and then he actually did just leave the building. His WWE.com thing, he just wandered off. So
yeah, well, like we've said before, obviously the Roman Reigns character it's quite split, isn't it? It's not like some people cheer him, some people like boo him, but the thing with him is he always gets a reaction, which is good, I guess, because there's so many people, like so many characters out there that come out nothing. Whereas, like, at least he's getting something from the crowd.
I think what it highlights as well is that a lot of people saying that he was taking over as locker room leader from Undertaker, and like I really got the sense that that's true from seeing how everybody reacted in the WWE.com exclusive video. And
well, he seems to be one of those like, oh, there's a dog under the table.
Yeah, we've got a dog under the table.
He seems to be one of those like guys that's obviously really nice on camera, but he seems like to be one of those that you think he'd be the exact same off camera.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've never met him or anything, but.
He just seemed like genuine.
From what everybody says, podcasts and stuff, he seems to be the same on camera as he is off camera, which is good.
So it's, for me, I think I've said before, like I quite like the Roman Reigns character. I don't like the way that he's booked all the time.
Yeah, I don't like the way he's booked, but it's always he's never bad. Like, I don't think he's
there's been times where the pair of us have sat and gone like, oh, Roman Reigns versus so and so, but
yeah,
I don't think we've ever really outright said like we're sick of him.
No.
So there's one thing, like he said, that he's gonna go away, kick Leukemia's ass again, and then he's gonna come back. This is not a retirement speech. I would imagine he's gonna get quite a good reaction when he does return.
You'd hope so, yeah.
So in a way, I know it sounds weird to say, but it could be kind of what WWE wanted with him, because they obviously see him as the top guy. So this will inevitably sort of be his big baby face.
It's just weird, isn't it?
It's weird to think of it that way, though.
It's weird to think of, like, obviously, like, stuff like that. You think, oh, it'll never happen to me, it'll never happen to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, Roman Reigns, the sort of top guy in WWE. It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So the commentary team were visibly upset as well. This is what I was sort of alluding to with the locker room thing, was you could see how, like, Michael Cole was really upset, Renee was really upset, and I think Corey was even crying a bit as well. So obviously it had a big effect on everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move off of the sad topic and we'll get on with the show. But they did return to it quite a few times throughout the night.
Yeah, I think it was just sort of
replays and stuff.
I don't think we'll see anything as of next week. I think it was just more the fact of let everybody know this week, next week, to sort of move on, because it is quite a sore subject. You don't want to keep.
No, you don't want to linger on.
You don't want to keep going back to it, do you?
No.
You don't want to keep going back, but hopefully you can just make a full recovery and be back soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was set to headline WrestleMania again, but what's that? That's 6 months away.
Yeah, it's April, is it?
Yeah, 6 months away. So I don't think that'll be happening now.
No.
Anyway, we'll move on with the show, and we got Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. Leo Rush comes out doing his shtick that they've established now.
Yeah.
Renee made a really, not really funny joke, but made a joke about Leo not having a shirt still, because he comes out with the jacket but no shirt.
But no shirt.
I thought that was quite funny. Finn goes for a suicide dive, but Leo tries to do the little trip up thing on the ropes. So Finn decides to run after Leo. Lashley gives him one of those where he hides around the corner and then clubs him.
Yeah.
As they're getting back into the ring, Finn wins via a roll-up. I was actually surprised at this. I thought Lashley would win with the momentum that he's had.
Yeah, well, he's just turned heel as well, hasn't he? So that's what I thought. I thought, oh well, Lashley versus Finn. Finn's not really got anything going for him at the minute.
No.
Lashley's just turned heel, and I thought Lashley would win to keep that sort of momentum going a bit.
Do you think they're setting up a feud there?
Maybe, but you hope to see both of these guys a bit higher up on the card, wouldn't
Well,
you?
that's the thing with what's happened with Roman, is there's a bit of a spot opening up now as well, isn't there? We have seen a bit of a reshuffle already in this episode, which we'll get to. We get a backstage segment with Ziggler and Drew. Drew says after tonight that they don't need to worry about Braun, and I think this is where he said the monster hunting thing.
It's where Drew McIntyre said he's going to go monster hunting for some weird reason, even though later in the show he says, I don't believe in monsters. So contradicted himself a bit there.
Yeah. We get Sasha Banks with Natty and Bayley versus Ruby Riott and obviously the Riott Squad. I thought the way that Sasha approached this match, she was quite aggressive. She was hitting like all the big knee thing. She does the double knee, and she was being quite violent within the realms of wrestling.
Yeah.
For her, if you get me, she's not normally vicious in that way. So I thought it was a bit different to see her doing that. She put Riott in the bank statement, but Ruby was blocking it with like her hands. This was really cool. It was a good visual, I thought.
I didn't really pay much attention to this match because
you lost it.
It's just
one of them that you drift off with, isn't it?
It's one of them like throwaway matches where I'm just like, oh, it's a throwaway match.
I had a feeling you might say this.
I'll do something else.
It was an okay match.
Yeah.
But I really like this when she went for the bank statement. and Ruby sort of got her hands and she was stopping her from doing it. I thought it was a really good visual. It looked good. All the other guys were brawling outside the ring. Sasha goes out to sort it out. On the way back in, Ruby shoves her into the post. Then she hits the riot kick, and wins the match. They run that Brothers of Destruction promo again that I mentioned last week. That was, I think it was quite a cool promo.
Is it the one where they're digging holes and taking souls?
Yeah, they're like in a really atmospheric. It's like in a boiler room. No, that was later.
Oh, was that later?
No, it was the one from last week. They ran the same one again.
Right.
And I thought it was a cool promo, but I didn't understand why they were running it again. Because then they did another one there.
Yeah.
Nia. With a Evolution promo.
Yeah, saying that she's gonna win the battle royal and go back. I really think Evolution's been so badly, like promoted and put together. I still don't even know like half of the matches on the card, and it's on Sunday.
Yeah, well, they started getting a better sense of what's going to be on during this week's show, but it's maybe a bit late.
Yeah, technically this is the go home show, and like I didn't even realise the pay-per-view was on Sunday. But I don't know. It's like,
this was quick. She was just basically saying, "I'm going to win the battle royale."
Yeah.
DX come out, and it's the proper DX intro with all the cutaways and the overlays on the screen, which I always thought was a really cool
it's good
entrance.
Yeah.
I was never much of a DX fan, to be honest.
No, I don't.
But I always liked that theme. And
I think when I used to watch wrestling, they weren't.
Was that when they'd come back the first time?
No, they weren't really together. They were just. Obviously, I've seen stuff of them, but they were just Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that was the first time that they reunited.
Yeah.
I remember them from back in the day when it was. I think when it was just after Shawn had left, and it was like X-Pac and all those guys.
Yeah.
Road Dogg and that. But yeah, all the cool overlays and everything. They put fun at Kane for being a mayor, which I thought was funny because we've been doing that as well. They were talking about nostalgia and saying about how nostalgia is a nice word for when someone's getting old, if they're nostalgic. But then Triple H mentioned how Halloween's just been remade and it's #1 at the box office and it's a 40-year-old franchise. So he says maybe old means better. But I was thinking when he said this, I didn't know who exactly he was
referring
to, because then I thought it was a bit weird because he runs NXT, so why would he say that? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was a weird thing for him to say. But then Shawn Michaels later on said about how they have the DX, they have the X symbol, and then he said that it means another thing because Shawn's obviously a trainer at NXT.
Yeah.
So, but they kind of brought it back around to
NXT. They do
NXT
mention NXT. And have the shirts got something to do with NXT that they were wearing?
Well, that's what I think he was saying. I don't know really, but he said something about the X that was on there, and then he said about NXT because obviously Triple H is the CEO? Or is he CEO?
The CEO.
I thought it was COO. No, that's Stephanie. I don't know. He's one of the top on shows, isn't he?
He was NXT.
And Sean obviously is a trainer there, I believe. So so that was nice that they plugged NXT. And then this is what you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
We got a new Brothers of Destruction promo up on the screen. It's sort of like cutting whilst Triple H and Shawn were talking.
Yeah.
But I didn't like this one as much. I thought this one was a bit more goofy.
Yeah, it was very goofy.
Yeah.
And the weird bit for me was they dug holes for them, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they're like, this is your graves here. Some weird little graves. And then they started filling them in.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
And it's like, well...
It was a bit stupid.
It's like, well, why have you dug a grave?
You would wait to do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Like, then you just have to read it.
I think it was just for the camera effect of the mud falling on it.
This wasn't...
I thought it was goofy.
Yeah, it was a bit...
I've actually put down on my notes that they had goofy little graves saying Triple H and HBK on them.
Yeah. But...
in fact, I think the crowd laughed.
Yeah, I thought we'd seen a lot more of DX and Undertaker and Kane than I thought we would have. I thought we might see him like on the pre-Crown Jewel, like Raw or something, and then that'd be it. But we've seen him every week since.
It was weird this episode because they ran the Roman stuff about 3 times.
Yeah.
And there was like, I don't know. It seemed like maybe they didn't have enough to fill in. I don't know. Maybe just things changed because of what.
Well, I presume they might have. They should have. Surely they'll have known for Roman for a little bit, or.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on.
It can't have been a last minute thing.
No, depends, doesn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, I think after that segment, you've got Braun and Lesnar got announced it'd just be a one-on-one for the Universal title.
Vacant title, yeah. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Not really anything else they could do.
No, the only thing I thought they might have done differently was they might have done like a tournament, 'cause they like to do that.
But they're already doing a World Cup, aren't they?
But they've already advertised for that, so I think it's the best thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
And hopefully Lesnar doesn't win the title.
Plus, like you said, Lesnar was the last champ.
Yeah.
Braun was technically the #1 contender, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, hopefully Braun wins the title. That would be excellent.
Definitely.
So we get another evolution. I don't know if I call it evolution or evolution.
I don't know.
And it's Dana saying that she's been overlooked for a while and she's going to show everyone why she shouldn't have been. Then we get Paul Heyman in the ring, introduced by JoJo, which is unusual. He normally comes out, doesn't he?
Normally just comes out.
He says nice things about Roman. I think he was in the .com video as well. Yeah.
I need to go watch that.
Yeah, it's quite sweet. And then he goes off on how Braun isn't as good as Brock. Braun comes out and says that he's going to beat Brock all over Crown Jewel. He's going to like twat him about basically. And although we've had differences in the past, Roman will be first in line.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good. And I kind of felt this was kind of a babyface turn.
Yeah.
Like a subtle one.
Yeah, well, obviously later on in the show as well.
Well, it's immediately following this.
Oh, yeah.
If you think what you're going to say. Go on.
With Braun, when he attacks Drew and Ziggler.
Drew comes out and Claymore kicks Braun after this,
obviously he gets him later, and obviously they're heels, so I presume he's a face, and obviously it makes sense because Lesnar's always a heel going into Crown Jewel.
So yeah, as I said, Drew comes in, it's a Claymore kick on Braun, and I've put here that I'm actually looking forward to this feud because I think Drew's really good.
Yeah.
I think that this is one to put in place of with Roman missing. Let's just stick Drew versus Braun for a bit.
Drew's good.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Charlie is asking Drew if he's worried, and he says, nah. I think this is the bit where he says, I'm not believing in monsters.
He doesn't believe in monsters after earlier on in the night saying he's going monster hunting.
So that's just bad script writing.
Yeah.
From creative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
It's like, just don't get him to say the stuff about he's going hunting for monsters, and then like, don't believe in monsters.
Later saying, contradicting that.
Yeah.
Stupid. Elias doesn't even get to do his usual stuff because Apollo comes out immediately. And they have a match. And I always enjoy Corey arguing with Renee and Cole because Corey doesn't like Elias. Yeah. It's weird, Corey like flips between heel and face people. It's weird. I don't know why that is.
It's strange. It always goes on about injuries. Constantly.
But what, like he doesn't like New Day, but he doesn't like Elias, but he likes Miz.
Yeah.
It's weird, he like flips him out with it.
Yeah, it's a strange.
And Renee and Cole are always like, we want to hear a song. I always enjoy it when they do that.
I love the song.
Not got anything really down about this match other than Elias hits his big knee and does a drift away.
Yeah.
Then we get a Kurt Angle green screen promo
you know what
for the World Cup.
I didn't realise, and I'm wearing the shirt tonight actually.
Where is he?
I didn't realise he's injured.
Yeah.
8 months apparently.
Well, they did a thing where Bobby took him out and like attacked his knees.
Yeah.
But obviously was that to cover up that he's actually injured?
Yeah. 8 months apparently. I was like, Jesus, I didn't realise.
I kind of half knew, but I wasn't sure.
No, I didn't realise.
That's a shame.
I was like, where is he? Searched him, and then injured.
What is it? Is it actually his knees or
no? I think it's somewhere else.
I'm sure we'll find out.
I don't know if it's I'd like to say something to do with his shoulders, but I'm not sure.
So that's what they used for Bobby's heel turn, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, we got Kurt Angle.
I don't think this was one of the better promos he's done recently.
Which I spelled wrong. I didn't mind it. He put over everyone else in the competition, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically setting up the World Cup, just putting over each of the talent, no matter who they were. He gave them a big up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Basically. Then we get Elias again, which I was surprised at. And this, again, is another turn, well, I'm assuming, one that I've been sort of campaigning for a while, same as Braun's. So he's going to start his song, Baron Corbin comes out, he says, we ain't got any time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Pretty much what happened.
Elias sings about how Corbin has become a puppet for Stephanie. He's about to say she's got her hand up his ass, and Corbin gets his microphone cut off. So Elias leaves because he can't play because all his sound's been cut off. And then Corbin is on top of the stage at the ramp. The crowd starts cheering because Elias has come back out with his guitar. And Corbin's going, yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's great that I've got rid of him and all that. And then he just smashes him with his guitar. And then he does a little smirk and walks off. So I think this is a face turn for Elias.
Maybe.
And I'm hoping it is. I think he's due.
Yeah, the only thing I like about Elias heel is when he's singing the songs and then...
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember when he mentioned the Seattle basketball team?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. Now, I like it too, but what I think is that it's an easy transition for him to go face, unless creative screw it up, as they inevitably do when they do these changes, because the crowd start off in a face manner with him.
They start cheering
and then he slags him off.
And then they boo him, So
he can do the whole Who Wants to Walk with Elias thing, but he can still do his songs just about his opponents.
Yeah.
And if he's going to be put against heel opponents, it'll work.
Yeah.
Similar to like what The Rock used to do.
Yeah.
If he can pull it off, which I think he can.
Yeah, definitely.
So like I said, I've been campaigning for that for a little while, and hopefully it works. Oh, then we get Michael Cole in the ring for the Evolution contract signing between Nikki and Ronda. Nikki jumps out of the ring when Ronda comes down because she thinks she's there to kick off, because that's normally what happens at contract signings.
Yeah.
Ronda says, I give you my word, I will not hurt you. Nikki says, Ronda gave her word to her mum about her past exploits, so in the judo and in UFC. And Nikki signs the thing and she slaps Ronda because she's trying to get her to kick off now.
Yeah.
Ronda just smiles, signs the document, and she says, I will end you, and walks off.
Yeah, I'm not massively into this feud stuff.
No, but Ronda is going to kill her.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And it was actually nice to see a contract signing differently.
Imagine if Nikki Bella beats.
Don't even say that. It was nice to see a contract signing not go the way that they always do.
Yeah.
And it was a bit different. And I actually think, though, to be fair, you're saying you're not into it.
Yeah.
The promo between them last week.
Yeah, the promos
really
have been
good.
The promos have been good, but I'm not a massive Nikki Bella fan.
No, but to be fair, because she's not someone that I've seen an awful lot of, and I know there's kind of like people are like, Nikki.
Yeah.
But promo-wise, this has been good to me anyway.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it so far. We get Shield promo backstage dedicating their upcoming win to Roman, so they're going to win for Roman.
Yeah.
Fatal four-way between Nia, sorry, and they said Nina then. Ember and Dana. Pretty quick match. Ember hits Tamina with Eclipse after she super kicked Nia. Ember wins. Not much to say about that one really. At least they didn't all dump each other over the top rope like they did last week.
Yeah, well I just think on this Raw, with Evolution coming up, they're like, oh quick, let's get all the girls out
they did
on the show.
They did the same thing on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Then it's announced that Renee and Beth Phoenix are going to be the commentators for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we were saying about that. We wonder if it'll be an all-female, which it is. It's good.
And I love Renee. I think she's brilliant. I think Beth Phoenix has been getting better on commentary because she's done both Mae Young classics.
Yeah.
I'd have to check him out more, but from what I remember sort of hearing from her, I think she has got better. I've heard her on podcasts talking about it and stuff as well.
Right.
She's admitted herself that like she's learned more about doing it. So Titus does some of the cancer stuff, breast cancer stuff.
Yeah.
They play that promo again, and then they've got the women up there that have got the titles, the women that have beaten cancer. Yeah. Titus is good for these sort of things because he's big into it.
Yeah.
He does a lot of charity stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah. Then we've got Charlie Caruso backstage with Trish and Lita. Then Alicia Fox comes.
Yeah, and
she does all her shouting things.
Yeah.
She does.
But I think this is setting up Alicia and Mickey versus Trish and Lita at Evolution.
Well, no, it's not because it's Alexa, in it.
She's injured though.
Oh, right.
So I think this is the way of putting Alicia in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently she's injured.
Look at you coming with all inside knowledge this week.
Yeah, apparently
she's
injured herself. She's got concussion and she won't make the show on Sunday. That's why we didn't see her.
Okay.
On Raw.
I didn't know that, so thank you.
Yeah, so apparently she got a concussion and she's not going to be able to make it. So I think this is.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. She has been one of the better. She's really good heel.
Yeah, I like Alexa.
But I think the thing is, she might make it, but I think they've just done that just in case
well,
Alicia can replace her.
I just looked at it as it was like Alexa's cronies doing her handiwork.
Yeah.
I didn't even think anything other than that.
Yeah, that's why she went on Raw, apparently, she's got a concussion.
I liked it when Trish and Lita came back and that got them, they were like, that's how we did it in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And I just walked off.
The main event of the evening.
So, I didn't specifically note down individual parts of it because there was far too many to talk about. All I'll say is that it was just awesome. The match was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
One of the best main events we've had on Raw for a while. And I always say, whenever you get Seth and Ziggler in the ring together, it's brilliant stuff. They're both really good wrestlers.
It was crazy the amount of stuff going on.
Yeah, just all sorts. Reversals and counters and roll-ups and false finishes.
Yeah.
It was such a good match.
Yeah.
If you're going to watch anything from this week's Raw, watch obviously Roman's speech and watch this. Eventually Braun comes down.
Yeah, Braun comes down to get revenge on Drew, who Claymore kicked him earlier on in the night. So he comes down, doesn't he?
Ref took a hit in the midst of all this.
Yeah.
So it's basically an open field for Braun just to get in there.
Yeah, and Braun sort of takes out Drew sort of backstage.
Yeah, they wandered off, didn't they?
Yeah, so it's just Ziggler versus two of them.
Okay. Seth hits the stomp. Dean drags the ref back in. 1, 2, 3. New champions. Now at this point, I was happy. I was loving it. I thought, what a lovely way to end the show.
Yeah.
We had a brilliant match. The Shield have won. Dedicated it to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And then they did Dean's turn on Seth. Yep. And I was like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why? Why did they have to do it now? And he got a good reaction. Yeah. So they'll probably be really happy with it, I think. They'll sit and say, look at the reaction from the crowd.
Yeah.
People were genuinely gobsmacked.
Yeah, it was. I think because the way they did it, I quite liked it because I thought the way they did it was really good. Obviously, you had the whole Roman stuff, didn't you? And then you had them winning the titles in honour of Roman. They said they dedicated it to Roman. And then afterwards, that Dean turn, it was just so shocking. And
but why?
It gave him so much, like, give him so much more heat.
Yeah, but why? Why?
But I don't get why they won the title.
But why do they have to do it? I don't want the Shield to. I know that technically they because Roman's not there, so they can't do the Shield now. So you could say, well, that makes sense, but I just don't get it. For me, it's not the right time to do it. I thought it was a little bit not in poor taste, but I just don't know if it was the right time to do it after what had happened.
Yeah, maybe not.
But like we're saying, it was effective.
Really effective, yeah.
I haven't seen a reaction from a crowd like that since Jericho and Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
really.
and you could tell the Dean turn was coming.
Well, they've been planting the seeds, and and he knew it was coming, and I've been saying I don't want it to happen. But then I thought when the Roman thing happened at the start of the show, I thought, well, they're gonna put that off then now.
Yeah, I thought they'd pull it off and just have them two sort of be mates again and stuff like that, but obviously they just turned them. But
I was upset.
It was really effective.
I was legitimately upset. I text you.
Yeah.
Hashtag cancel WWE Network.
It was just the way he hit him with the dirty deeds, and then the way Seth sort of was on his knees. I need to sneeze, but I can't sneeze.
Sneeze, go on, sneeze.
Right.
We'll get them weird sneeze fetish people watching.
I know.
They'll be like, ooh.
Get bear views. Yeah.
He was like looking up.
The way he looked, yeah. But he looked up and he was like, it's all right, I forgive you. Let's go. And then he dragged him to the outside.
But I don't understand the
dirty deeds again.
I don't understand his motivation.
I don't know, but.
I know they said that because the others look at him as the lunatic and
we'll have to tune in next week to find out, won't we?
I know, I'm just really worried with this now.
I thought it was good, and I'd like to see where they go from here.
So we have opposing views on something. I think this might be the first time we've had a proper opposing view.
It's good though when the it's good to see where they're gonna go from this, because what do they say?
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. What were his motivations?
They've got the tag titles as well. Remember?
What are they gonna do with the belts?
Yeah.
Where they're gonna go from here? There's quite a lot to look forward to next week.
Yeah, but I was fuming. I was legit fuming.
I thought it was really good.
But this is the power of wrestling when it's done right.
Yeah.
Even though I think that technically this was wrong.
Yeah.
But the way that they presented it and the way it was done after a really good match as well.
Yeah.
This is why people watch wrestling and get into wrestling.
What I liked about it was just the way it shocked everybody. Like you couldn't see it coming, which is.
No,
and that's one of the best things that I like about wrestling, when it's shocking you can't see it coming, you can't predict that. After the whole Roman stuff, that was it. No one would have predicted Dean turning on the end of Raw, especially when they won the belts. No one would have predicted that.
I'm guessing that's what they want as well. Is they want me to be sat at home thinking, why?
Yeah, but
because they want Dean to have the heat, right?
As well, it'll give him so much more heat.
But then I don't know. I just didn't want it to happen yet.
Yeah. Obviously, I think that they mentioned it to Roman, saying, "Oh, look, this is what we're going to do. Are you all okay?"
I found it funny because Roman tweeted or Instagrammed someone had done fan art of them hugging on the ramp, but brotherhood and that.
Yeah.
I thought, well, not anymore.
No.
But obviously, he's speaking about it, the guys as humans rather than characters.
And it'll be interesting when Roman comes back to the Shield now. Will Roman get the Shield back together when he comes back?
Well, I think that we've always said that they're probably going to set up a Shield triple threat at Mania at some point. So
yeah, obviously probably won't be this Mania now. It'll be next one. But
I don't know. I was legitimately annoyed though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but
it's got me thinking.
Yeah,
I need to see next
think
week.
That's what's good about wrestling as well. Obviously, it gives people different views on it. Some people loved it, some people hated it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I hate it. It's like I say, I don't understand. Now I need to see next week, like you're saying, because I want to know why Dean. And if they explain it right and
if it's
everything
explained right.
But for now, I'm thinking, what are his motivations? He just won the tag titles with one of his best friends.
Yeah.
His other best friend had that emotional thing at the start of the episode. I'm thinking, why would you turn now?
Yeah. So. But that's it. We'll just have to see next week.
Yeah. So Raw score, quickly, we've got a minute.
I'm probably going to give this one, I thought it was a better episode, probably a 7.
Oh, that's loud. Go on.
7 or 8 out of 10.
I think I would go 8 because I give last week's a 7 and I thought this one was better.
Yeah, I'd go 8.
Everything that went on.
On the, I forgot what we called this.
Raw score.
Did we? No, it was SmackDown score. Raw ratings.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
That was it.
I think it was raw score because that kind of rhymes, doesn't it? Right, that was the episode.
We should do one of them polls in the top corner. What do you think it should be called? Raw score, raw ratings.
I'll do it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe and we'll see you for the SmackDown synopsis. Goodbye.